with our lovely full moon, the 5D mystics, and those who are functional adults, empowered women and men, we get to recalibrate our lovely relationships in a way that is most amazing, at least here at IHP. So personal development, self-help, we talk about you being you, and I have in the past 2+ years gotten trauma and attachment informed. So it's a lot better because now I can explain to you why the inner growth mindset helps people who are wanting to have enjoyable relationships, and also to stop talking about people in a way that 4D does in 3D. Mantles of mental health, mantles of yoga, spiritual bypassers, the ones who don't know what true spirituality is, which is living a life of meaning and connection beyond the solo self, and that sciences and spirituality go hand in hand, and actually sciences proves there's no demon that possesses you. Neuroscientist. Now, granted, the ones who are in 3D, 4D, they're going to say, no, we have ancient textbooks. And we're going to say, yes, we know the ancient textbooks, and we also know quantitative data. So no, yoga doesn't bring demons out of you. Reiki is not devil's energy just because you didn't give us your seal of approval. The spirituality world isn't your ownership of anyone. It doesn't matter who, what group you're bringing. Again, it's 5D mystic here. We're a 0-1-year-old with a 3-year-old who says, yeah, I'm married to Shiva. I don't know everything, nor do you. And nobody goes on a pedestal because I know educators. They're really smart. I love them. The empowered men and women in days. So 5D Collective, come on over. Science, spirituality, and the spiritual, and the human science, spiritual. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about, my lovely regular viewers and listeners. But what I was trying to get out of my mouth is that we bring it all, and I get to be the pseudoscience lady for those who don't believe in... No, because I'm not in the research lab. Woo-woo is because people don't believe in mystics, but it's okay. We're cool with that. Okay, so on that note, as we begin, you can keep on joining us. Subscribe to YouTube, subscribe to the audio version of IHP, and we're going to be doing a little bit of the YouTube videos on the podcast, just so my regular viewers and listeners know, and TikTok. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I'm going to hopefully be able to keep using TikTok, but there's something that we don't know. So on that note, the full moon brought some really interesting notes to my perspective. And I'm trying to figure out how to share it. Okay, so the balance between duality is easy for those of us who are aware that we all have an ego self and we all vibe. I don't have unfinished business, which is why you're going to hear today about how we can fiercely love when we're empowered women, and why we know who are men who are fiercely lovers. They're not in there sympathetic. Nope, we will figure out, and in time I did, that it's not about your oversoul. You can be a twin flame, flames, soulmates, you can be whoever you want. If you ain't an empowered man who knows your inner child, I'm going to notice that, and that's any person out there who's empowered. Doesn't have to be a mystic. What does it mean? If you have low self-esteem, I'm going to notice because you're going to lie to me. And you're going to hide things. And you're going to treat me in a way that isn't going to be necessary. And it's not boring to be secure attachment. Actually, we have fun all by ourselves. So much so that we are not going to be looking for the ones who are apathetically apathetic about life and telling us all about their human suffering love narrative and justifying their karma wheel, which is a negative shame cycle, which is really beyond a shadow of a doubt boring. At a 44-year of age, me, I can tell you, between drama queens and drama kings, it's like, wow, does anybody not know? Oh, wait, they don't. Yeah, I did tell them about, they don't want to do the emotional lifting. Patrick Tihan, what should we do? Okay, so healthy self-worth people aren't going to do anything about those who don't want to go to good therapy. They can keep doing hangover movie, drunk, fucking, drugging, all that stuff. We'll share with the ones that say, you know what, I want to hear all that you think. I have some friends, I remind them every now and then. I said, hey, remember what I told you? I ain't going to lie in your face. So I'm going to let you know, if you ever want to do that hard thing called let me work on myself, I'm here for you. And I'm not joking. So we will tell people that have a shame cycle that we're there for them. Doesn't matter what they potentially have going on. We will not be adhering to the love-dependent ones. So the clingy ones that end up being with other clingy people, yes, in this case, there's something different. In those instances, it's enjoy the relationships that you enjoy, that you vibe with, and that are very clingy and annoying and really not, it's like teenagers that were not really cool to hang out with in the first place, not because of cool or not cool, because they don't know healthy boundaries. They have low self-esteem and their vibe is really mixing with, and no, it's not even a Sid, Diego, Manny. It literally, let's see, is there any character from, it's more like, you know, Diego's group, and we got the one, there's a couple of them, the ones he leaves, but yeah, there's a tiny one and a big guy. I'm going to say it's like that. So you know that they don't really know how to do society, and I'm socially awkward sometimes too, but that's because I don't do filters. So people are like, you're so rude. No, they don't tell you that, but that's where they're like, you know, sometimes you want to maybe, I don't think about the words that come out of my mouth. I'm so sorry. I won't be able to do that. Do we still want to be friends or not? Because I seriously, oh, I'm not trying hard enough. Well, that's my point. You got a choice. What do you want? You like me or not? I'm cool with hanging out, but don't ask me to change myself. Don't you see that I'm a 3-year-old and so are you? Okay, so it's as straightforward as it gets. But the 3-year-old's like, I want you to come with me, and the people, no. No, 3-year-old. No, thank you. We'll see each other in the common playground area where we all have fun together. That's Sid, Diego, and Manny. Okay, so nobody feels like, oh my gosh, I should do that for them. No. No, we've talked about this, and there's no energy vampires or dark auras. That's very dehumanizing, it's stigmatizing, it's disrespectful beyond the shadow of a doubt when people tell me I cut out somebody because they're an asshole. Really, we all can be assholes. That's really not something you want to tell a Jacob personality. I'm objective. I know I can be flawed and perfect and seem like I'm a rude piece of shit. I don't mean it on purpose, but if you do tell me to my face, I'll see if there's something I can do, and if I can't, I'll say I'm so sorry. And that's it. When you say you're not trying hard enough, I'm going to say again, I am so sorry. I don't know how to explain that my brain works a certain way and you're not accepting that I want to think and feel. I don't even know. So like with polyamory and monoamory, you must be traumatized. You must be lying. Really? Okay, wow. You can't find all people worthy. Okay, sit me down again. So when you get used to just people who are Cusco's not accepting that some of us know what we're talking about when it comes to ourselves, you know, you have fun. When people want to be clingy and bring you along with the boring people who we have nothing to say, and we've made it very clear, especially, see, this is the one thing. Anytime somebody brings to me something, personally as a 5D Mystic 44, I will learn one thing, how to become a better communicator. This is one thing that I keep learning, how to sit in silence, think well, breathe, stay with Shiva. And remember, Maria, you got 24 hours. Do you want to say anything, Pacha? Nah, sure, whatever you say. No, in this case, I'm going to stare at you again and say, no. So long story short, we don't give in. It's like the whole, you don't negotiate with whiny babies. Yes, we don't negotiate with mantles. We definitely don't have anything to do with the 7 to 14 charming, because they won't even come near us. Because the minute a grandiose comes near a confident human being, oh my gosh, that kid is screaming bloody murder. I'm pretty certain that they have, you know, it's funny because 4D talks about us being protected. I'm like, I don't need protection from human beings except for the ones who end up in prison, and they end up in prison so they can be hopefully helped. I hope all of them are helped. They're all surrounded by good therapists. So yeah, when people bring you stories, oh yeah, I'll never forget about this one. This one was fun. I'm a mystic again. So I'm watching one of my courses, and I'm watching a human being who's way older than me and supposedly has ancient, whatever it is that they were presenting in their pseudo-alive nature. And as they tell the story, I'm like, what the heck am I watching right now? Is this for real? I'm in a room where I'm supposed to be the student and being taught by an educator. I think that something's off. And I feel that there's a lot of group of people that are attachment and trauma informed and have no idea what pseudo-aliveness is. I got taught it. I can spot it a mile away. And I'm thinking, you're older than me and you can't even spot yourself. Wow. Okay, wait. Stephen Porges, come on in. That's right. The biologically rude person doesn't know anything. They justify. So I'm watching a person talk about mental warfare as they make it seem like it's a big deal. And oh yes, I have had people come in my energetic sphere, which is why I'm talking about it. All I do is this, flick. Shoo, shoo, go away. And when somebody insists, oh, that's when I go like this. And since it's in my mind's eye, I'm like, it's nothing. See, 5D, we're woo-woo because we accept that it sounds really off. I know for any of you who are not mystics, but please join us because I'm grounded in my humanity, neuroscience, and the lovely mental health professionals like Daniel Siegel explain the relational field. quantum physicists again. So dark matter, dark energy. Some of us just tap into it a little bit more. We talk about 5D relationships. We're going to have some more episodes later on, I think, if I get the chance. Again, remember to love and be there for each